So Dugan's put out over the Telegraph. Sorry, I don't mean the app. I was meaning to make an metaphor on sort of 19th century telegraph communication, but then I remembered there's an app called Telegraph. I think there is. Maybe it's Telegram, actually. Well, he's made an X post now saying a while ago he had introduced what he's now calling deeper state. He several times repeated deeper state, and connecting to Epstein and the close connections to Epstein, and it's got some sort of charts in a tweet and things like that. Or maybe he retweeted something somebody else tweeted that sort of suggested it. Sort of here's the high table, here's the connections type of mafia family, police wall with the putting the pictures of the piece of tape up there. So here's all the connections and stuff like that. Donnie Brasco. So actually, he said originally what he said, and I picked up on it immediately, was that there's a new concept. I've been working on it for some time, and he called it dark state. So I've been connecting that to Gramsci's, to what I've been calling the Dominance Entity, or Gramsci's theory that Piedmont in the north during the Risorgimento didn't want to be the hegemon, because the word Gramsci hegemon is something good. It's like a philosopher king, or the best you can under the circumstances. It's the reverse, or something more like the opposite of what he's calling merely wanting to dominate, which he attributes to the sort of landed gentry, or the equivalent of the Knickerbockers and the old Dutch people who controlled New York up until the time of the sort of Edith Wharton novels. This mere wish to dominate and then to sort of enjoy certain lifestyle, but no wish to include the people as such with this project, or only in some. I mean, I don't know. If you listen to Bertrand Russell, who he was part of the aristocracy, you kind of get the impression it's not only that there's sort of an extra addition. It's like the poor should be. What are the poor doing? I mean, the very idea of the poor enjoying a museum or something is just anathema, and it's rather, even if it were possible, they were able to be sensitized enough to appreciate fine art, British fine art. It wouldn't be desirable because they ought to be working. And so it's sort of like there's somehow this cruel attitude, the way Russell puts it, the word, this dominance entity form. It just wants to, in some way, degrade the larger part of the population in some way. And then you have this other form, which is corresponds to, I think, more to Bannon and Dugan, and less to Trump and Epstein. That's the way I would sort of divide it. But yeah, I think, yeah, so the same thing as the dominance entity, we could also, under this new notion of the deeper state, which I guess was already implicit in the original dark state. It's just sort of a more, in a way, the state is less dark now because it's become this Epstein short profile is now sort of now charging everything with the kind of illustration of what it is. Even it was there before, but now we have this special illustration of it in the figure of Epstein and the Lolita Express and in the DOJ dump. There is all the DOJ materials, including, of course, a very pellucid vision that Bannock's given us in the 2 hours of the interviews that we now have. So yes, I think, I just wanted to put that down as an addition to what I'm calling Domince Entity, and what Dugan originally called Dark State, and now he's calling Deeper State.